Hi guys, my name is Jess, and today you're gonna need a small block or a pillow and just leave it to the side for now. And we're gonna start standing up. So getting into your standing position with your feet about hip width apart, soft knees, shoulders down and back. Let's remember to breathe in through the nose, sending the breath into the rib cage and out through the mouth like you're blowing out of a straw. So let's get into a little warm up, starting with the neck. Let's just go into some gentle neck circles. So just start circling in one direction, nice and slow. You can change direction. And let's remember to keep our core and pelvic floor engaged from here at 20 to 30%. And back to center. Let's just roll the shoulders back. So just a classic shoulder warm up. So just circling like this, loosening up the shoulder joint. And forward. And back to center. We're gonna go to some spine twist from here. Stacking the arms, keeping your head centered as we rotate from side to side, increasing the mobility of the spine and warming up in rotation. Let's do one more on each side. And back to center, well done. Let's go into some squats, no arms included, so you can have your hands centered or on your hips. And let's get into our squat position. So as usual, you can choose the distance between the feet. So some people like them hip width apart. I personally like mine slightly wider, just for comfort. Make sure the knees are trailing in line with the feet when you're squatting and you're sending your glutes back like you're going to sit into an imaginary chair, keeping your core engaged throughout, chest upright. A natural lean forward is normal. So let's get into it. Keep breathing throughout. Almost there. Last one, and let's hold our squat. Keep breathing, you can do it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can come back up, give your legs a little shake. We're gonna go into some balance work now before coming down to the mat. So we're just gonna be doing this simple leg lift. So you just wanna keep the leg lifted. Of course, if it comes down, don't worry, just bring it right back up. The only important thing you need to know is not to bring the knee any higher than the hip because you don't want your pelvis coming out of alignment. So let's keep our left foot grounded and let's lift the right leg from here and hold. Keep breathing, keep your core engaged and stay focused. Almost there. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, give a little shake. Let's go straight over to the other side. So keep your right foot grounded and let's lift that left leg and hold it here. Almost there. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. You can bring it down. Well done. We're going to roll down from here. So getting into our roll down, shoulders down and back. We tuck the chin. We round those shoulders. We imagine that ball on the chest. We're creating a C curve in the spine. Let your arms hang loose. Keep your legs straight until you feel like you have to bend them. Then you can walk down onto all fours from here. So placing your hands directly underneath the shoulders. The knees come directly underneath the hips, and you want to keep your hips squared to the mat. Gaze is at the top of your mat or at your fingertips. Let's remember that core engagement, that imaginary belt around your waist. I want you to cinch your waist up and in. Lift and squeeze those pelvic floor muscles. Only at 20 to 30%, so you don't want to overdo it because you won't be able to focus on anything else. So we're going to go into our opposite arm and leg extensions from here. So lifting opposite arm to leg in a straight line with your body, not any higher. You want to keep a nice flat back. Reaching the arm forward, reaching the leg back, and then bringing it back with control. Let's just keep alternating here. So let's just do a few each side. Take your time. You want to do this very slow and controlled, staying focused on your form and your alignment, using your breath. Inhales and exhales. Making sure the hips are staying squared throughout. They're not tilting to the side. Let's do one more. Bring it back. Well done. Okay, we're staying on all fours from here, going into our push-ups. So you can keep the knees under the hips, which will be easier, or you can back them up slightly past the hips, which will be harder. So it's up to you. Same for your hands. You can either keep them directly underneath the shoulders. That will be a little bit harder. Or take them out slightly wider, which will be a little bit easier. So you can play around with positioning. Just make sure your hands aren't all the way over here. You want them in line with the body, and you want to be pressing your elbows behind you, not out to the sides. When you're coming down with your inhale. You're going to tap the nose to the mat, press up on your exhale, making sure you're keeping your core tight and your back flat. You don't want your back arching like this, okay? You might need a slight pelvic tilt forward. So let's get into it. Inhale down, exhale up. Almost there. 2 more. Last one. And we can push ourselves into a child's pose, sitting into your feet and extending those arms. Couple deep breaths here. Well done. Okay, we're going to take the block now, and we're going to place it on the mat or your pillow, and we're going to come to lie on our right side for our chest openers. So we want to lie on our side, head is resting on your block or pillow, and you're stacking your knees at 90 degrees, taking your arms out in a straight line with your shoulders and stacking your hands. You're going to keep the bottom shoulder on the mat. Keep your gaze on the top hand as you open up like a book. Nice chest opener. If this is feeling really easy once you get it to the floor, you can always drop the top knee in front of the bottom knee, but I'm gonna keep mine stacked. So always keeping your gaze on that hand as it opens up. This is a nice stretch across the chest and the shoulder. Last one. And we bring it all back down. We can remove our block from here. Keep your legs stacked at 90 degrees and just prop your head up into your hand. Getting into a little bit of glutes from here. We're gonna be lifting that top leg completely up off the bottom leg, but keeping them in line. So using the glute and the hip here. Coming all the way up and down. You can keep your feet flat for this one. Make sure you're keeping your core engaged as you do this. Keep breathing. Okay, let's make this our last one. Hold it at the top. Just a hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You could bring it down. Well done. Let's come onto our backs from here. So lying on your back, you can bring the knees into your chest if you want to just release off the glute. Roll side to side a little bit. And then take the feet back to the mat with your feet hip width apart. Arms are by our sides from here. Ribs are tucked under. A nice neutral pelvis. Let's bring our right leg into tabletop. Knee directly over that hip. Shin is staying parallel to the ceiling. Keep those ribs down, spine imprinted. Press your tailbone into the mat. Second leg is coming up. If you're doing this correctly, it is challenging. Just having the legs here in tabletop, you should feel this. So you don't want your back kind of arching away. You're taking away the tension here. So make sure you're keeping that imprinted spine. Just going into a classic or toe tap. So one leg at a time, alternating sides. You're tapping the mat with your foot, keeping your leg bent. You're moving from the hip joint from here. Keep going. Exhale to tap. Inhale back up. If you want to, you can add a curl. You can lift the head and shoulders. The arms can come up as well and look between the legs. This will be a little bit harder. All right, let's bring it back to center. Now we're gonna be tapping both feet at the same time. Same concept, you wanna move from the hips, tapping both feet down. It's a little bit harder, we're not gonna do too many here. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And you can hug those knees into your chest. Roll side to side. Good job, guys. All right, placing those feet back down. We're gonna come into a bridge from here. So let's bring our feet slightly closer to us, but you can keep them hip width apart. We're gonna roll up into our bridge. So tilting your hips to the ceiling, then peeling away from the mat, vertebra by vertebra, till you reach those shoulder blades. Stay lifted, keep your ribs down. We're gonna bring one leg at a time into tabletop, staying lifted in the bridge, keeping nice stable hips at the top. Slow and controlled is key here to feel those deep core muscles working. Keep breathing. If you want to take away a little bit of stability, you could take the arms up to the ceiling. If this feels too challenging, just keep them by your sides. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You could bring everything down, rolling yourself down a vertebra by vertebra and hugging the knees into your chest again. Rolling side to side. A couple deep breaths here. Well done. Okay, bring the feet down. Let's go into a gentle hip opener from here. Bottoms of the feet together. Bring your feet close to you and let your knees just drop to the sides. Take your hands and press down. Feel that release in the hip flexors. Just taking a few deep breaths here. Well done. Back to center. Okay, we're gonna go into a challenging move, our bicycles. We're not gonna do too many. Stay focused, last one on our backs, okay? So let's bring our legs into tabletop, making sure the knees are over hips, spine imprinted into the mat. Take your hands behind your head and lift your head and shoulders, look between the legs. So tucking your ribs in. From here, we're gonna bring our elbow towards the opposite knee and extend the other leg long. You really wanna twist through the obliques, the side abs. So we're gonna do this nice and slow. So bring it over, extend the other leg long, hovering it in the air, back to center, other side. Twist, and back to center. Keeping the head and shoulders lifted throughout. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Almost there. Let's do one more each side. You could bring everything down and go into a full body extension. Couple deep breaths here. Well done. We're coming over to our left side for those chest openers. So taking your block, resting your head, keeping your legs stacked at 90 degrees, arms extended palm to palm, keeping that bottom shoulder on the mat. You have the option to drop that top leg down in front of the bottom leg if you want to. Keep your gaze on the top hand as it opens up like a book. All the way to the back as far as you can get it. And bring it back to center. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Well done, we've removed that block. Keep your legs in this position. We prop our head up into our hand. Keep your legs at 90 degrees and stacked. We're getting into the glute and the hip from here. We're bringing that top leg completely up off the bottom leg. You can keep your feet flexed, nice and flat. Keep your core engaged, keep breathing. Almost there. Three, two, let's hold it in the air. Just a hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. You can hug that knee into your chest, releasing that glute. Well done. Let's come onto our back and stretch off, crossing the right foot over the left knee. Bring that leg up. So we do these stretches often because they're very simple and effective, and most people can do these quite easily. Whereas when we start getting into the fancy stuff, some people really struggle with it, and that's just from my own personal experience as an instructor. So this one's effective for releasing the glute and the hip. Feels real good, and a little bit of the lower back as well. So try to bring that leg in towards your chest, feeling a nice release. You can place that down. Let's go over to the other side. Cross it over and bring it in. Bring it a little closer. Deep breath. And you can bring everything down. Come back up because you are finished for today. Well done, guys, and I'll see you next time.